There comes a moment in every chosen one's life when the atmosphere around them begins to shift, almost imperceptibly at first, like a quiet whisper brushing against the edge of the soul. And if you are listening closely right now, you may already feel it. A prophetic stirring, a trembling in the unseen realms. Something is coming for you, and it is not destruction, not another setback, not another betrayal disguised as a blessing. What is coming is a breakthrough so profound, so divinely timed, that it will leave everyone who ever doubted you in a state of disbelief. Your financial elevation, long delayed and long resisted by forces that feared your rise, is nearing manifestation. And the truth is, it is not merely a financial shift. This is a divine revelation of who you truly are, a chosen one who has walked through battles most people will never understand. You see, there is a reason your journey has felt heavier than others, a reason you've watched people with less integrity, less depth, even less effort seem to advance while you wrestled silently with invisible storms. There were nights you lay awake replaying conversations, wondering how people could misunderstand you so deeply. There were seasons when betrayal arrived not from strangers, but from those you trusted the most. Family, partners, colleagues, people who smiled at you while quietly hoping you would stay small enough that your light would not expose their shadows. These moments were not coincidences, they were indicators. Indicators that you are marked, set apart, and aligned with a destiny too great to fit inside the expectations of ordinary minds. And if you pay attention to your own memory, you will notice how your pain has never been pointless. Every setback carved something into you. Every loss refined you. Every moment of confusion was shaping a new level of spiritual awareness that would eventually become your power. But the challenge is this: when you are the chosen one, most of your evolution happens in silence, behind closed doors, in the dark nights of the soul, where no applause echoes and no encouragement arrives on time. Yet in that darkness, something sacred was forming. A deeper trust, a sharper intuition, a spiritual resilience forged by fire. It is from that hidden place that your breakthrough is now rising. Many people who crossed your path never knew what you carried. They saw the outer shell, the humble posture, the quiet endurance. They did not see the warfare you survived or the spiritual mantle placed upon you long before you understood its weight. They did not see the divine protection that followed you into rooms where harm was planned. They did not see the heavenly intervention that disrupted traps set behind your back. They did not see how, every time someone tried to diminish you, God quietly stepped in, shielding you from permanent damage while still allowing you to learn from the situation. Because your life has never been random. Every experience has been orchestrated for a future moment of unveiling, and that unveiling is now approaching. There were times when you felt financially restricted, not because you lacked intelligence or discipline, but because the timing of your blessing had not yet aligned with the maturity of your spirit. You were being seasoned, prepared. Your heart had to learn compassion through scarcity. Your discernment had to sharpen through disappointment. Your vision had to expand through the contrast of what you endured. And though it felt unfair, though you questioned why others received opportunities so easily, while you had to dig through spiritual warfare for every small breakthrough, the truth is that God was preserving you from building abundance on unstable foundations. The delay was never denial, it was alignment. You may not have realized it, but your financial struggle became a spiritual classroom. It taught you how to detach from superficial validation. It forced you to confront your own fears around worthiness. It exposed relationships that only existed because you had nothing to offer but your presence. And it revealed those who would have tried to control or manipulate you if your blessings had come too soon. Now, as your breakthrough draws near, you stand stronger, wiser, and more grounded than you ever were before. And that is exactly why the breakthrough can finally come, because you are now capable of holding it. Listen, chosen one, the same people who overlooked you, underestimated you, or dismissed your potential will soon have no choice but to acknowledge what God has placed upon your life. Not because you will seek validation, but because the magnitude of your breakthrough will be impossible to ignore. It will be public, undeniable, and divinely orchestrated, and it will shock them. They will ask themselves how you survived, what should have broken you. They will question how you managed to elevate after seasons of loss, confusion, and resistance. They will wonder where this new version of you came from, the version who stands with authority, clarity, and divine favor resting visibly upon your life. The answer is simple. You were chosen long before they ever doubted you. Right now, even as you listen, something in the spiritual realm is shifting into position. A release of resources, a redirection of opportunities, divine timing intersecting with divine promise. You may not feel it physically yet, but your spirit senses the acceleration. This is not imagination. This is alignment. The doors that once refused to open for you are now unlocking because the season has changed. The hands that once tried to block your progress can no longer touch what God has ordained for you. The financial flow that once felt constricted is now preparing to burst forth like a river breaking through a dam. Your story is entering its redemption arc, and this time the blessings will not slip through your fingers. This time you will not sabotage your own success because of unhealed wounds. This time you will not apologize for your elevation. This time you will not hide your gifts to make others comfortable. You have paid for this breakthrough with tears, endurance, and spiritual warfare. You have earned the right to rise. And what is coming next, chosen one, will not simply change your bank account. It will change your identity. It will shift how you walk, how you speak, how you see yourself, and how you steward your calling. And as this moment approaches, the atmosphere around you knows it. Heaven knows it. The forces that opposed you know it. Even your own spirit knows it. A transformation is unfolding, and you are stepping into a destiny that has waited patiently for you to become strong enough to carry it. Every chosen one carries a history of battles that most people will never fully grasp, and you are no exception. If people knew the depth of the warfare you've endured just to stand where you stand today, they would understand why your breakthrough is not merely a blessing but a testament. They would understand why your rise is inevitable, why your spirit refuses to collapse, and why heaven is so determined to elevate you publicly. Because you have not simply gone through life, you have survived spiritual terrain that would have swallowed others whole. You have walked through fire and come out without the stench of smoke. And now, those unseen battles are about to translate into visible victory. Think back to the moments when you felt completely outnumbered, times when you sensed darkness pressing against you, not in the form of physical enemies, but in the form of spiritual resistance, emotional heaviness, unexplained blockages, and sudden attacks that seemed to come out of nowhere. You endured seasons where your finances dried up with no logical explanation, relationships crumbled without warning, and people you trusted suddenly revealed jealousy or resentment that shook you to the core. These were not random events. They were coordinated attempts to exhaust you spiritually, because the darkness understood something before you did, that your destiny holds influence, impact, and abundance. And if you ever reach the fullness of who you are, nothing would be able to stop the ripple effect of your light. You fought your battles silently because you learned early on that not everyone can handle the weight of your truth. You learned to smile when your heart was breaking, to stay strong when fear whispered in your ear, to remain generous when you barely had enough for yourself. And even in your moments of weakness, you held on to faith with trembling hands. You learned how to pray when you didn't understand, how to trust when nothing made sense, how to surrender when everything felt out of your control. And while others mistook your silence for weakness, heaven saw something different. Heaven saw strength. Heaven saw endurance. Heaven saw a warrior rising from the ashes of every disappointment. There were times you didn't know how you were going to make it, times your spirit felt bruised, Times when every door seemed to close at the same moment, leaving you in a space of emptiness where you questioned your purpose. But what you may not have realized is that those moments were the turning points of your journey. The pressure you felt was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal what could not be broken. Each battle was refining you, stripping away illusions, and revealing your true spiritual authority. And now, as the breakthrough approaches, the same forces that once pushed against you are trembling because they recognize what you have become. Adversaries, whether spiritual or human, are never concerned about people without purpose. They target the ones who carry destiny. And you have been targeted not because you were weak, but because you were chosen. Your light disrupted the comfort of those who preferred darkness. Your authenticity challenged those who lived behind masks. Your growth exposed those who were stagnant. Your resilience revealed the insecurity of those who hoped you would fail. The attacks were confirmation of your calling, though at the time they felt like punishment. God saw every moment of your struggle. Not one tear has been ignored. Not one injustice has gone unseen. Every insult, every betrayal, every act of disrespect was recorded in the spiritual realm. And while you endured silently, heaven was building a case for your elevation. God has always been several steps ahead of every plan formed against you, and now that your breakthrough is near, divine justice is already in motion. Those who tried to suppress your voice, sabotage your opportunities, or exploit your kindness are now witnessing the shift. They feel it. They sense the change in your energy. They see the glow returning to your face, the confidence rising in your tone, the clarity strengthening your steps. It unsettles them because they never expected you to recover, let alone rise. But you are rising, not gradually, not quietly, not invisibly. You are rising with the momentum of every spiritual battle you have won, with the authority you gained through endurance, and with the favor that has always been assigned to your name. And as your elevation draws closer, there is a spiritual trembling occurring around you. People who wronged you feel their conscience stirring. Those who underestimated you feel uneasy. Individuals who once felt superior now sense the imbalance shifting. They may not understand why, but their spirits know what their minds cannot yet articulate. The chosen one they tried to break is stepping into a level of abundance that will expose every lie they believed about you. Your adversaries expected you to remain wounded, discouraged, and unstable. They assumed the financial strain would crush your ambition. They assumed the emotional heartbreak would weaken your spirit. They assumed the isolation would make you bitter and ungrateful, but none of those things happened. Instead, you grew more grounded, you became more self-aware, you learned how to depend on God rather than on people. You developed spiritual insight that cannot be bought, manipulated, or faked. And now, the same people who tried to contain you are watching the divine reversal unfold. God has been preparing your table in the presence of those who misjudged you. Not to humiliate them, but to elevate and to motivate you. Not to create division, but to demonstrate that divine favor cannot be blocked by human insecurity. You are about to step into a season where blessings will arrive with such precision and abundance that even you will pause in awe. Unexpected deposits, sudden opportunities, long-awaited approvals, miraculous timing. People will assume you achieved it overnight, but you will know the truth. This breakthrough was built through years of spiritual warfare, obedience, and refusal to give up on yourself. And make no mistake, the breakthrough that is coming is not ordinary. It is not subtle. It is not something you will have to explain or defend. It is supernatural. It is undeniable. It is the kind of elevation that shifts atmospheres and restores everything you lost, multiplied. You are entering a season where your finances align with your purpose, where your gifts finally receive recognition, and where divine doors open not because of who you know, but because of who you belong to. Those who doubted you will be astonished. Those who envied you will be silenced. Those who stood by you will be blessed through your overflow, and those who opposed you are already trembling because they sense that the time they had to suppress your light has expired. You are stepping into a dimension where nothing and no one can hinder the rise that God has decreed. There is a point in every chosen one's journey when the hidden becomes revealed, when what was whispered in private becomes proclaimed in the open, and when the seeds planted in seasons of obscurity finally break through the soil for all to see. You are standing at the edge of that revelation now. The battles that once made you question your worth are transforming into the very evidence that God has always been fighting for you. And as the atmosphere shifts around your life, something extraordinary is about to unfold. Justice. Not the kind of justice that seeks revenge, but the divine kind that restores, rebuilds, elevates, and vindicates without you ever having to lift a finger. What is coming will not simply balance the scales, it will announce your identity to the world. For so long, you endured situations that should never have touched a heart as sincere as yours. People took advantage of your generosity, misinterpreted your intentions, or treated you as though your value was conditional. They dismissed your ideas, minimized your pain, and walked away at the exact moment you needed support the most. And for a while, you wondered if these wounds were signs that you weren't enough. But now the truth is emerging. God allowed those experiences to reveal the character of others while protecting the destiny within you. None of it was wasted, none of it was overlooked. And now heaven is preparing to repay you openly for every private struggle you endured. There is a divine reversal unfolding that cannot be stopped. The very areas where you faced resistance are becoming the arenas where your greatest breakthroughs will occur. The finances that once slipped through your fingers will now gather in abundance. The opportunities that once ignored you will now seek you out. The rooms that once felt hostile will now open in your honor. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is the moment where God reveals what has always been written. You were never meant to stay in the shadows. You were destined for visibility, authority, and legacy. The suffering you endured carried purpose. It created depth in you that money cannot buy. It cultivated empathy that few possess. It built integrity that cannot be shaken. And it positioned you for a rise that will be as undeniable as it is miraculous. When God elevates a chosen one, the transformation is never small. It is never subtle. It is never something that can be attributed to human influence. It becomes a demonstration of divine power meant to signal not only your restoration, but also the unveiling of your true spiritual identity. And as this reversal approaches, something inside you may already be awakening. You may feel moments of sudden peace, bursts of clarity, or an unexpected sense of confidence rising within you. This is your spirit recognizing what your eyes cannot yet see. You are entering a season where the pressure lifts, where the confusion dissolves, and where the direction becomes unmistakably clear. For the first time in a long time, things will begin to make sense, not because life becomes easier, but because your alignment becomes stronger. The divine blueprint for your life is unfolding with precision. But let this truth sink deeply into your soul. God is not just restoring what you lost. God is multiplying it. Every delay is turning into a doorway. Every rejection is becoming redirection. Every setback is shifting into setup. Even the financial strain that weighed on your heart is preparing to flip, not gradually but dramatically. It will happen in a way that shocks everyone who believed your struggle was permanent. They will have no explanation. They will have no theory. They will only see the evidence of divine favor resting visibly on your life. You may have thought your victories would come quietly, unnoticed by those who hurt you. But no, this breakthrough will be public. It will be visible. It will be so extraordinary that it will silence doubt, shatter false narratives, and force even your adversaries to acknowledge the hand of God on your life. The season of being underestimated is ending. The season of being misjudged is closing. You are stepping into a chapter where your success speaks for you. And in this moment of transition, I want you to remember something vital. Your breakthrough is not just about financial increase. It is about spiritual justice. It is about God showing you that everything you endured was seen, counted, and recorded. This is the season where what was taken from you returns with interest. The ideas that were dismissed become your financial foundation. The opportunities you were denied are replaced with ones that exceed anything you imagined. The gifts you once hid out of fear of judgment now become the very tools that open doors for you. This reversal is not symbolic, it is literal. Your spirit may feel tired from the battles, but take this as reassurance. The war is ending. The struggle served its purpose, and now the blessing is on its way. You are entering a season where you no longer have to fight for what rightfully belongs to you. God is placing it in your hands. Resources, connections, opportunities, clarity, direction, everything you once felt deprived of is returning to you in divine timing, and you will not have to force anything. This breakthrough arrives with grace, not strain, with flow, not fear, with certainty, not confusion. But hear this clearly, you must be willing to step into what God is giving you. Your job now is not to fight, it is to receive, to be open, to be aligned, to be ready. Do not shrink back into old patterns of doubt. Do not hide your gifts to make others comfortable. Do not apologize for the blessings that are coming. This breakthrough was written for you long before anyone formed an opinion about your worth. Your financial elevation is part of your calling. It is part of your purpose. It is part of the impact you were sent here to make. And if your spirit is resonating with this message right now, that is not random. It is confirmation. It is alignment. It is the divine nudging you to prepare internally for what is about to manifest externally. Every fiber of your being is awakening, rising, positioning itself for the moment you step into abundance with confidence and authority. This is your season of reversal. This is your season of justice. This is your season of visible victory. If this speaks to your spirit, affirm it, claim it, acknowledge it, speak it out loud or quietly in your heart. I am ready. I receive what God has prepared for me. I walk into my breakthrough with purpose, gratitude, and authority. Your words carry power, and your agreement with this moment activates the next stage of your journey. You are not waiting for miracles. Miracles are waiting for you. When you begin to look back with clearer eyes, you will start to see patterns that once confused you. You will realize that the attacks you faced were never random, never coincidental, never accidental. They were responses, reactions to your presence, to your purpose, to your spiritual identity. The resistance you encountered was evidence of the weight you carry in the unseen realms. And the truth is, the more powerful your calling, the more intense the opposition. This is why your journey has felt like a paradox. You have been chosen for greatness, yet treated as though you were insignificant, destined for abundance, yet pushed into seasons of scarcity, designed for elevation, yet surrounded by people who could not see your worth. These contradictions were not punishments, they were indicators. People often misunderstand the chosen ones because they cannot comprehend the magnitude of their spiritual assignment. They see your humility and mistake it for lack of ambition. They see your kindness and misinterpret it as weakness. They sense your uniqueness but do not understand its source. And so they project their insecurities onto you, trying to shrink what they cannot control. Their reactions were never about you. They were about the discomfort your light triggered within them. Some people fear what they cannot manipulate. Others envy what they cannot replicate. And many resent what they cannot become. When you walked into their lives, your presence disrupted their equilibrium, exposing their own emptiness, insecurity, or stagnation. This is why they targeted you, not because you were flawed, but because you were chosen. There is a spiritual law that few understand. Elevation attracts agitation. When God places a mantle on someone, the atmosphere around them reacts. Darkness feels threatened. Energies become unsettled. People who once felt neutral suddenly feel divided. Friends grow distant. Family becomes uncomfortable. Colleagues become competitive. You begin to see sides of people you never imagined existed. This is because your spirit began rising, and those who had grown accustomed to you staying small panicked at the thought of your expansion. They tried to confine you to their expectations, not realizing that your calling cannot be contained by anyone's fear. The paradox of your life is that you have been both overlooked and targeted, both underestimated and envied. People ignored your gifts until they realized they could not stop them. They dismissed your dreams until they recognized your resilience. They spoke against you because deep inside, they sensed something you didn't even know about yourself at the time. They sensed your potential long before you stepped into it. They felt your favor before you could articulate it. They recognized your spiritual authority even when you were unaware of it. That is why they reacted with such intensity. They weren't fighting you, they were fighting what was coming through you. But there is another paradox that shaped your path. Those who hurt you were also the ones who revealed you. Their betrayal pushed you toward clarity. Their rejection freed you from misaligned environments. Their manipulation forced you to develop discernment. Their doubts inspired you to strengthen your faith. Without realizing it, they contributed to your evolution. Every attack sharpened you. Every wound awakened you. Every loss redirected you. You did not become powerful despite the pain. You became powerful because of it. Your financial struggles, too, held deeper meaning. They were not signs of failure. They were tests of stewardship, patience, and alignment. Scarcity forced you to evaluate what truly matters. It taught you how to stretch, how to sacrifice, how to survive with little while dreaming of much. It purified your motives, ensuring that when abundance arrived, it would not corrupt your spirit or distort your identity. It humbled you enough to appreciate what others take for granted. And most importantly, it exposed those around you, the opportunists, the takers, the manipulators, so that when your breakthrough arrives, you will no longer share your blessings with those who were not meant to partake in them. The attacks increased when you started awakening to your potential. The moment you began seeing yourself differently, others began treating you differently. People who once felt superior suddenly felt threatened. Individuals who once supported you became uncomfortable with your growth. It wasn't personal, it was psychological. Human beings fear what they cannot categorize. When you stepped out of the box they built for you, you disrupted the identity they projected onto you. And rather than adjusting their perception, they tried to pull you back into the version of yourself that made them feel secure. This is why your mission has always created friction. Your soul carries a frequency that activates others, exposes truth, and reveals hidden intentions. Some are inspired by this. Others are intimidated. You never had to speak. Your energy alone challenged the illusions around you, and because of that, many tried to suppress you before you could even understand your own power. But they failed. They failed because your calling is divinely sealed. No amount of opposition could annul the assignment placed upon your life. As you move forward, you must understand the deeper laws governing your journey. The first law is that blessings attract battles. The second is that growth provokes resistance. And the third is that purpose exposes pretenders. You were never meant to fit in because your spirit was designed to stand apart. You were never meant to dim your light because you were sent to illuminate. You were never meant to stay silent because your voice carries the frequency of awakening. And all the pressure you've endured has been shaping you into someone who cannot be shaken by applause or wounded by criticism. Your mission has always been larger than your pain. Your assignment extends beyond your understanding. You were born with a purpose stamped into your spirit, and every attack against you was an attempt to block that purpose. But the irony is that each attack pushed you closer to awakening. Pain forced you into self-awareness. Isolation forced you into introspection. Injustice forced you into spiritual clarity. Everything that was meant to break you became the foundation of your strength. And now, as your financial breakthrough approaches, you must see it not only as a reward, but as a tool for expansion, for creation, for influence, for impact. Abundance is not arriving because you asked for it. It is arriving because you are ready for it. You have outgrown scarcity. You have outgrown self-doubt. You have outgrown environments that restrict your evolution. You have stepped into a frequency of worthiness, alignment, and authority, and the universe is responding accordingly. The final truth you must hold is this: your life is not merely a story, it is a mission. Every challenge was preparation. Every wound was instruction. Every season was training. You were never just living. You were being shaped for something extraordinary. And now, the breakthrough you are about to receive is not an ending. It is an activation, a confirmation that everything you endured had meaning, a declaration that you were chosen for a divine purpose. And now, as you stand on the threshold of a new chapter, I want you to truly feel the weight of what has been unfolding around you, not in fear, not in exhaustion, but in recognition. You have traveled through valleys most people never escape. You have endured betrayals that would have shattered weaker souls. You have risen from moments where even hope felt distant, and yet here you are, not broken, not defeated, but transformed. This alone is proof of your identity. You are a chosen one, marked, guided, and protected in ways you are only beginning to understand. Your resilience has become part of your spiritual signature. Your strength has become the language through which heaven speaks on your behalf. Everything you have endured has led you to this moment, a moment where your breakthrough is no longer a distant promise, but an approaching reality. You may feel the shift rising within you, like a quiet knowing, a subtle but undeniable awareness that something is aligning in your favor. This awareness is not imagination, it is revelation. It is your spirit responding to what heaven has already approved. The days of questioning your worth are ending. The season of scarcity is closing. The heaviness you carried for so long is dissolving because it no longer aligns with where you are going. You are stepping into a future that recognizes your value, honors your purpose, and reflects the depth of what you've survived. Your financial breakthrough is part of this transformation, but it is not the entirety of it. It is a doorway that opens into a life of stability, purpose, and influence. It is a sign of divine justice, a manifestation of restoration, and a demonstration of God's faithfulness to you. And as this breakthrough unfolds, it will not only change your circumstances, it will change how you see yourself. No longer will you shrink to fit the expectations of those who misunderstood you. No longer will you apologize for your dreams or silence your voice to avoid unsettling those who fear your rise. You will move forward with clarity, confidence, and a sense of destiny that cannot be shaken. Understand something important. You are not being elevated because you asked for attention or validation. You are being elevated because you fulfilled the silent requirements, staying faithful when it would have been easier to give up, remaining kind when bitterness tried to consume you, choosing healing when anger felt justified, and trusting God when circumstances offered no evidence of hope. This is what set you apart. This is what marked you as chosen. This is why your breakthrough will be undeniable. As you prepare to step into this new season, let your heart rest. Let your spirit breathe. Let your fears loosen their grip. The path ahead is not one you must force or chase. It is one you were born for, and everything meant for you is already moving your way. Opportunities that once felt out of reach are circling back. People aligned with your purpose are being guided toward your life. Doors that were locked are unlocking with ease. The resources you need are finding you at the exact right time. The struggle prepared you, but the blessing will sustain you. And if you ever find yourself doubting, remember this: no part of your journey has been wasted. Even the detours carried lessons. Even the heartbreak carried awakening. Even the confusion carried direction. You have been shaped into someone who cannot be manipulated by illusions, someone whose spirit recognizes truth, someone who walks with a depth that few possess. This is why abundance is safe in your hands. This is why favor follows you. This is why the next chapter of your life will look nothing like the last. You are entering a season of overflow, not just financial, but emotional, spiritual, and relational. You will attract alignment rather than attachment. You will experience clarity rather than chaos. You will receive support rather than sabotage. And through it all, you will move with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are protected by divine instruction. You will not fear the future because the future has already been shaped by the same hands that held you during your darkest nights. So take a breath and open your heart. Allow yourself to receive what is coming. Speak life over your path. Speak abundance over your purpose. Speak strength over your spirit. And if this message resonates with you, if you feel it stirring something deep within your soul, acknowledge it. Claim it as your truth. Affirm it with your voice or within your heart. I accept my breakthrough. I walk in abundance. I step into my destiny with confidence and gratitude. Your agreement with this moment is not symbolic. It is spiritual activation. As we close this message, let its final echo stay with you. You are chosen, you are supported, you are rising, and nothing, no enemy, no circumstance, no past wound can stop what has already been written for your life. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is arriving. Your story is not ending, it is unfolding. And your destiny is not fragile, it is secure. Walk forward knowing this truth, and let your life become the evidence of divine favor made visible. Your season has come.